Okay, hello everyone. We are following the Crazyhouse World Championship Candidates Match between penguingim1 and blitzbullet. Let's see, I'm just going to... Okay, so I'm going to be in the house party channel, streaming this match. This is game one. Hi there, got away safely. So let me know that you can hear me fine, because I'm just setting up and I haven't checked. So can you hear the pieces fine? Can you hear me fine? That's the two things I want to check. And this is game one. I haven't had a chance to focus on the game yet. penguingim1 is running low on time and resigns that first game, and it all sped away rather quickly. So that's blitzbullet taking a 1-0 lead. Just to explain, this is a candidates match. And audio is good. And if I go CWC, maybe that gives the information about the candidates. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm going to have to hunt for all the links after the match, but there are 8 candidates. Opperwaisen and Jan Lee are definitely going to be the finalists, but there's still a couple of exciting matches left, 2 or 3 exciting matches left, and there's still a fight for 3rd, 4th, 5th places. And these are some of the best players in the world, especially at Bullet Crazyhouse. blitzbullet and penguingim are both extremely fast players, obviously. Not sure how much they've played in the past few weeks, because both are, of course, very active chess players, and also they've got their own studies and stuff as well. So this is a very tight game. So if anyone wants to join me in, they're welcome to join me on the house Discord, and we're going to try and provide some commentary. Okay. Okay, so it's a good defensive move, just checking and getting rid of that rook. It's always going to be sensitive about this square though, but white hasn't got heavy material to follow up an attack. It's just a time scramble right now. There's no... Well, that was flagging technique from penguin to draw it level. I mean, obviously checks are powerful in those last few seconds. So wow, the pace has really picked up this game. So you have a sort of d4, d5 kind of safe setup from blitzbullet, which he often employs, which is quite hard to break down. So it's quite useful in Bullet, this kind of setup. Okay, so h3, I was just thinking h3 is a tender point in black's position. But yeah, queen on f8 does a good job defending the king. Now, is he in a little bit of trouble here, because both those pawns... So he's threatening. I mean, white is threatening mate here is the problem. That's suddenly become a really serious threat. Although he's got no other pieces, just simply rook at h8 is checkmate. And it's more a case of like, well, how do I stop this mate? Do I put a bishop on h8? Do I sack the queen? And he goes for sacking the queen. And it's a question of how does he get in? Like, so rook and queen, is that enough to mate? Not obvious. Yeah, and it turns into a time scramble. I couldn't see any mate either. Oof. and then, and in the time scramble, Penguin finds a beautiful mate. Okay, wonderful. Hi there, A-Boss. Those games in history are regular chess, I assume. I don't think so. Well, let's see. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. One can't read too much into the historic score. I'd say these players are pretty level when it comes to Crazyhouse, but obviously if it's Bullet or Hyper, as it looks like, then Penguin is indeed the favourite. So you're right, yes. But blitzbullet is losing his queen here. So it looks like Penguin has got into a good rhythm after losing the first game. So let's see if he can keep it up. Or let's see if, so this takes. He'll open up f7, but so what? Oh, the danger would be something like queen f8, king there, knight here, check. Rook takes. And then the other knight swings in with the smothered mate. This is a slight concern. Queen here is the mate threat, and it comes. Yeah, we're trying to find our own groove here with the speed of this play. Okay, so blitzbullet good has doing well here as white in this one. Got a good. Looks like he's got a good attack going. Takes bishop. The knight's hanging though. Okay, so he has also sacked quite a lot. So maybe black. That's a nice move. Suddenly black is losing queen and his king is not so safe. I mean, simply queen here was mating, I'm sure. The previous move. So where's the mate? Where's the mate? Maybe pawn here. If bishop takes, queen takes pawn. So pawn here, what would he do? King here. He had enough with just pawn at h7, I think. Pawn h7, pawn g7. Pawn h7, king takes. Yeah, I think that was enough. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Excuse me. There was another defender of f7. Okay, white seems still very safe, so he can just. Yeah, black is defending f7 with all his might. Don't take that bishop, that's for sure. Oh, he gets the rook for h8 he needed for mate. So blitzbullet wins that one and pulls it back to 2 games to 3. F7's tempting, but I'm not sure if it's any good. Sometimes it's not such a good idea to sack a piece too early. Hi there, Plaster Hippie. Yeah, doing my best to provide some commentary on this candidates match. Maybe I'm not quite in the form to be able to see everything so quickly, but we're doing our best. Okay, so G2 and D2 are the target points here. Entry points into position. So the knight is a nice blocker and defender at the same time. And we see a diagonal coming up for f2. He's just going to go straight in. Taking would have been extremely dangerous because you just drop a bishop here. So black's doing a great job actually. Just oof. I don't think white wants to swap queens, does he? That's the thing, because white doesn't have any mate, and okay, so it's not. I mean, queen there. Okay, he doesn't quite. It's not his move. Yeah. So where's the finish? Not quite sure what that does. Maybe queen. That one can just be taken, and that was an entry square potentially. But yeah, this pawn is in the way of. Ah, okay. So blitzbullet found the mate. It all went by too quickly. And PKR5025 says, "Hi, okay, thanks for covering this. Yeah, well, I'm doing my best. I'm not quite sure I'm doing great right now, but we're doing our best. Of course, yeah. If people, I'm in House Party channel on Discord. If people want to join in." And GSVC says, "You really have to like Scandi to do it as white," in the Lichess chat. Yeah, so. Okay, so this is nice. He's getting in on f7 is blitzbullet. So it's actually looking fairly nasty, and really giving up a piece just to try and defend with a not diagonal. He's trying to stop giving diagonals to. Oh, but this, yeah, black has defense now, I think, with this, but. So penguin going on the rampage, going on the attack. But yeah, it looks a bit risky because he hasn't defended entirely. But let's see if there is anything. The knight's defended. It's just going all in on this attack. Oh, so he's trying to. He wants to take the knight. Okay, but. I was thinking bishop, and it's too dangerous to take the knight, but it's difficult to calculate quickly. But king is running out of squares very quickly, so this square is taken. So light squares, you just need to get hold of, like pawn here, knight here, that sort of idea. Does he have the pawn? That's the. He just wants knight here, but he's just. Well, white is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure there was a mate somewhere there, but somehow it was black who found the mate. And Lone Wolf says anti pre-moved. Yeah. So f2 is these dark squares in Penguin's camp look so risky. He wants a knight, obviously, for here, but now not anymore. And those dark squares are a real issue. Because we have a lattice work of light squares. So GSVC says, I actually like this g4. So the problem is the bishop's hanging. Oh, but then no, this bishop's defended. That's nasty, because he just wants a pawn on g2, and that's not mate, but he's just trying to get a pawn, so he's just opening up the d file. Very good move from blitzbullet, if you can get it. Oh, maybe he's not getting that pawn. But is a knight good enough? A knight's good enough, right? Is it? That's a double check. He has a rook now. Oh, but king takes knight would fall to this checkmate. It's not checkmate. King can't run. Ooh. It's like, what? Where's the mate? Knight takes pawn, maybe. Then take this pawn and go bishop here, check. But where's the mate? It's not clear. But in the meantime, black's. Yeah, in the meantime, it's just a flagging race now. And black's out of pieces. That's basically the fundamental problem. And penguin, penguin laps it up in the final seconds. So we have a strategy here from penguin. If you can get it down to less than 10 seconds each, and survive blitzbullet's attack, because I think blitzbullet's a great attacker. He sacks quite heavily, which is the right thing to do in Bullet Crazyhouse, and well, it is semi-sound sometimes as well. It's not always unsound to sack so heavily, but yeah, it's doing well. So 5-3 to penguin, but blitzbullet again looks like he's doing quite nicely. Notice he's exposed black's king quite severely. No, he doesn't have time to put a knight first, because although that's what he does, because black will simply defend, but he does have at h6 simply, but not yet, because the bishop's defending. So he's going to try and chase away this bishop. He gets exactly what he wants with at h6 now. And if only he could just pick up another pawn with another piece. Yeah, so he's just trying to... Okay, in the meantime, he seems quite well defended. Oh, he's got the pawn he wants. So this is now very precarious for black. As I said, and that queen is just defending everything. How to... Okay, knight here is a threat. What's that threatened? Okay, so penguin's got tricks. Penguin's got tricks here. But blitzbullet finds the mate. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So 5 games to 4 to penguin. How are we doing here? Again, we have an attack brewing. He probably will just take on e3 at some point, and just continue his attack with the fork. Which he does in a kind of delayed form. That's a nice move, noticing that you can give up the queen and continue the attack, and yeah, definitely he's going to do that. Yeah, just moving the rook is fine. There's no follow-up at d7, bishop covers. So he seems to be doing okay. But white's still kind of safe, just needs to get that bishop out of the way. Okay, there might be slight back rank issues, so white's got at least a repetition here. That's for sure. Now the question is, does white have more? Looks like we've got a draw. And the draw is accepted. Well, the draw is forced, to be fair, by white. So that's 5.5, 4.5 to penguin after 10 games, so a third of the way through the match. I love this thing that blitzbullet does, just sacks on h6 with everything. Lines up on h6, just sacks everything and gets in it. It's a really good strategy, again, if there's a pawn on h6. It's now, can you just take? No. So the thing is, takes. At the end of the line, well, the knight was covering this square, so that's why I was wondering whether you could just take again. So he's just working through these dark squares. So GSVC is predicting black will win this one. That was a very sneaky move, because if king takes pawn, there was knight g4 and queen h2 checkmate. And now, yeah, black's got his own ideas, but it's defended quite well for now is h3. Ah, he even blocks it further. Knight takes pawn. Okay. Oh, there may be mate here. Nope, this bishop is defending. f2, so it's actually very safe. King here. Are there enough diagonals though? He's got another pawn. He can just clear away the back rank. Ah, beautiful mate from Penguin. Just after rook takes rook, pawn takes rook, you'd have another rook in hand and a diagonal. Pawn there and rook here, checkmate. So it's just, even though blitzbullet had two diagonals, he had two pawns in hand to just clear away the back rank. So really instructive mate there from Penguin to take it to 6.5, 4.5 in game 11. And this is looking really bad for Penguin though. He's lost a lot of pieces. His king is quite exposed. So pawn here? No, pawn here was defended. Yeah. And so he wants to get a knight in, I think. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a knight. Okay, that's a good reason not to want to get a knight in. So I can't quite see the way in is the problem. I mean, you can go eating pawns, but you want a way in and a square which is not protected, so you can just land, yeah, sack your queen on a knight and then have some knight-queen combo. But the problem is if you sack takes, it's not really... At some point you want a knight. But... Okay, now you've got to be careful here. Because there's a lot of pieces coming in. But maybe not enough to mate. I mean, I was wondering just knight here, knight takes pawn, these sorts of ideas. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought there might be something there for white, but blitzbullet finds the mate. The queen double defended by pawns, so just keep on capturing and promoting with queens, and that was checkmate. So he hasn't really broken through, has white? Not really. Pawn here is a serious threat. In the meantime, this knight is not doing anything against this king, and this is looking precarious now. Just pawn here and knight takes this. Ah, so this bishop is defending, so maybe it doesn't quite work. So he goes knight takes pawn first. This seems reasonable. There are all sorts of things, yeah. Knight takes queen, pawn takes queen, but now what's the finish? The bishop is there to defend, so but the thing is, this pin is impossible. You can't really escape from it. So what? Yeah, white's in a pickle here because the threat is just simply knight takes pawn. So that's why he goes on a counter-attack. And again, he's in a bit of a pickle. Does he get out of the way or? Oof! I mean, just simply knight here is check. Pick up the queen. It's strong for black. It's only 8 seconds though. Okay, now it's looking very dangerous. Check. You could pick up the queen, but pawn here is a mate threat. Knight takes queen comes with check though. Okay, so black should be winning this, but how? Yeah, white has no diagonals. So, and Penguin does indeed find the mate there. So that a really well-deserved victory. Because this time it was a strong attack from Penguin for the last 30 seconds of that game. Okay. And he's attacking again this game. Okay, the problem is just knight here. Really. trying to work out what's going on here. I mean, if white's attack does fizzle out, black does have 3 knights and a queen, but still white is very safe. So I'd be very surprised if white doesn't win this, but let's see. Oof. But how does he break through? I mean, even queen takes bishop is tempting. What his knight is slow, but probably even works. Okay, he's coming in with, it's going to be a rook. Then seals him in. Okay, but where's the finish? Needs knight. Just a couple of. No, that doesn't quite work. Okay, he gets him in the end. Black resigns. So that was a really strong attack from white. I mean, okay, so we have this sort of state set up by a slightly different, arrived at by a slightly different means. H3 is extremely weak in this particular version of it, and I'm surprised, yeah, black hasn't had a chance yet to really hit on H3, but he will at the first opportunity. Well, finally it comes at H3, but where's the finish? He has to save his queen, obviously. Doesn't have enough pawns. So he just grabs a pawn, and he just wants at G2 next. Quite simple stuff. You might just go rook here, grab here at some point. Or he might defend that pawn and go for rook at h1 mate. Those are the two ideas. He's losing his queen though, so he's got to do stuff quickly. So knight here is coming at G2, king here, bishop here is almost mate, but there's king takes knight. So knight takes pawn check, looking for the checkmate. Oh, he's got the queen with check, and that's going to be checkmate. So blitzbullet brings one back, 8.5, 6.5 to Penguin. Still 2 games in it between the two. And what do we have here? So G2. Oh, G2 is really heavy pressure on G2. White just brings his bishop back to defend. I think that does the job. I think white looks okay. But equally, black's still quite safe. It's just the pawns are marching in. This queen is just going to get harassed. That queen is just, it's got nothing to, the pawns are just going to march in, pawn here. Yeah, so queen here I think was a big mistake, just had to go queen all the way back. Now knight here. Oh, this is just painful now. This is, I mean, all the while, blitzbullet staying really safe, and having said that, does he have the material? Well, now he has the material, you would think, to get this job done. Which one's he going to take? Do you take them? Do you grab the knight, or do you go in straight away? Oh, he's lost his queen. Oh gosh. And suddenly this is not so clear. Ah, very nice move. Check, and then takes off this pawn. How is he getting in? He is getting in. But that's king on h2 is incredibly safe. And, well, that was a flip, and Penguin Penguin did manage to hold out, find a safe square for his king, and in those last 10 seconds, like we've seen in some of these games, it was blitzbullet who got mated in the end, despite attacking on almost the whole game. So it's 9.5, 6.5 to Penguin, and yeah, if Penguin does go on to win, those time scrambles are definitely going to be his strong point. Takes pawn, knight here. Okay, just backs off. I mean, because Penguin was letting his queen get chased around a lot of that game. Okay, so this is weak. So this is not necessarily so good for white. But okay, I'll say not necessarily so good, but you can't even afford to take that queen, can you? Although it does defend, queen does defend g7, but okay, let's see. Let's assess it. Yeah, I think this. If king takes bishop, there was knight takes pawn, so that was a real problem. So he has to block. Okay, at g2 is a problem. Okay, that's fine. Now he's defending g2, but yeah, we have the classic mate with the queen. Okay, so another nice win from Penguin there. $10.5 to $6.5 to the Penguin. Okay, blitzbullet with a big pawn center. Looking very attractive. If pawn takes knight, there's just pawn takes knight, I guess. So where's that knight going? So again, this doesn't necessarily look entirely sound, this attack. Having said that, I mean, it doesn't look on first sight as entirely sound, but look, there's so many weak squares in white's position, and okay, exactly, and it's the game to blitzbullet straight away. I kind of miss exactly how those last few moves, but there were so many weak squares in white's position. The sack did pay off. Hi there, Ominous. Greetings. Okay. Takes. Okay, so I mean, a very nice setup from white. He's stayed solid, and it's unlike both games. This is a game where both sides are quite solid, so it'd be quite interesting. And he's used a kind of different setup, but still very solid king side. This is blitzbullet's approach. And JSVC is saying he recognizes this game up to rook g4 check. Oh, Chuck Moulton with the tier 1 subscription for so many months in a row, 8 months in a row. Thanks so much. You're too generous. Oh my goodness, this. So Penguin thinks he's seen something, and I think he's right. If he goes back, that king is getting mated. And yeah, Penguin pounces on the weakness in the position. Okay, hi there also Raluk Superk, also in the Twitch chat. Okay, so we're back to this setup, which you should all remember as being quite a good one if you want to play a slow game, as it were. You don't want to get mated too quickly. This is quite a good setup with the pawn on e7, maybe sometimes slightly counterintuitively. Oof. Okay. Now, the key to this position is, of course, always the bishop, both in chess and in Crazyhouse. The bishop is the piece keeping this position safe. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? If white had taken the queen, what was the follow-up? GSVC is predicting black to win by mate, and Katas is predicting white to win by flag. God knows what's actually going to happen. And this is just both sides takes these. Both sides got queens. It's high octane stuff here, because you're wondering. He's looking for the entry. It doesn't work. Just takes it. Yeah, I don't. Am I wrong? Okay, so obviously I was wrong because if here, pawn here, promote might have been the problem. Yeah, so black should have mate, but it's only got 8 seconds to find it, and doesn't find it is the point. So he's just worried about the king just running out. Oh, but now white should have mate for sure. Yeah, it's just this is all over. Just 2 pawns. Okay, so penguin finds the mate, but it's like both sides definitely had mating ideas there. So no, both the predictions are wrong, but white did win. So I should say to anyone watching here, Chuck Moulton does some great Bughouse streams, both playing and also commentating. In fact, his latest video, if you go check out his Twitch, the latest video I saw was commentating on a match between Chicken and Helm's Knight against Hisoka and 12 team. So basically, 4 of the best Crazyhouse players. One could say three of the best Crazyhouse players in the world and Hisoka, which would be slightly unfair because Hisoka pretty much held his own with those 3 giants. So a really great stream, and Jan Lee also popped in. Of course, Jan Lee, well known on Lee Chess, 2017 Crazyhouse World Champion. Also in this event, he's in the top 2, going to be in the final. He just popped by to say hello, and oof, strengthening to queen. So does he block? Does he waste a piece, or does he do what he did here? So he popped in to say hello, and he's just had the birth of his 2nd child, so that's why he's been less active in the last few weeks. Oh no, this is going to get so painful, and white indeed gets mated. So yeah, everyone should check out GSVC's celebrating correct predictions, I think. So yeah, do check out that video. It's quite entertaining. And check out Chuck Moulton's Twitch and YouTube. So he's trying to get an exchange of queens, but suddenly exchange of queens doesn't favour black, which is why he took the pawn, because it's white who's got the big attack here. Queen takes bishop, knight takes pawn, king here. It's kind of painful. If queen takes pawn, rook here, checkmate. This is, oh, nice find. Check. This is like saving move almost, but still in such trouble. King takes knight. Maybe. Yeah, it's all over. There's no back rank protection, so he's just going to have to run out. Yeah, what a nice mate. What a nice mate. The knight defending here, and the queen was defending that pawn, and the knight here was preventing the king from running up. That was beautiful, mate. Hi there, Azelf1. I am from the UK, indeed, and doing well, thank you. Trying my best to cover this. So Penguin is 14.5, 7.5 up, so he's only a half point away from, let's say, winning this match, but winning is not what matters in this format, in the candidates. What matters is picking up as many games as possible. And the design was in a way to stop players from tilting once they were losing, so they would keep on playing. You know, every game matters, so you should keep on fighting. It's not that, okay, nothing matters anymore. So, I mean, blitzbullet has been playing well, but I think one has to give credit to Penguin here. So he was trying to earlier deflect this knight and get it on g7. He never did do that. Discover check. Black, just kind of using up black's material in the process. Yeah, he wanted to pawn, and the point is king here. Knight here was a problem, I guess. Castle. So that's a very chill move, castles. He just takes it. Oh, 3 seconds to find mate. Okay, so he has to just hurry up and find a mate here. Rook here was almost checkmate, right? And he does. Well, okay. He finds some combination of that. Okay, and I think what Penguin has achieved now, having hit 15.5 points, there is value in it, is the tilt. And we see with blitzbullet fianchettoing on coat the wrong side, that's a sure sign, and an encouraging sign to Penguin that he has achieved that holy grail. That holy grail is not so easy, which is the tilt. Against blitzbullet, he's got, and we see it again now with c4. c4 unwise in Crazyhouse because it weakens c2. It is playable, but not wise, especially because you're basically losing that pawn, and black, unlike in Queen's Gambit, except it can defend it. And GSCC says, now we just bet on Penguin. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is interesting how blitzbullet can still win when he's tilting in quite entertaining ways. Just, from completely losing positions. But obviously it gives a huge advantage to your opponent if you are not in the right psychological state of mind. Okay, so why does he do this move? That's very interesting. Okay, this is going to be the key in this. Queen takes rook. Queen takes rook is fabulous. Not bishop takes rook, but it comes to the same thing. But queen takes rook forces the exchange. That's why queen takes rook is so fabulous in that position. Okay, he does get the queen takes rook, but the problem is that bishop was defending the mating square. Now, does he have mate? Knight's covering. So he's just picking up a knight. Oof. Oh my goodness. Does he just get mated? This is scary. Bishop takes rook, bishop takes pawn. King takes rook, bishop takes pawn. And he's getting mated. So we see there, blitzbullet winning on tilt. I told you, the guy's dangerous even on tilt. Yeah. And there's BB willing to prove me wrong. Oof. But he's doing not so well here. With he's lost his protection. Okay, so he this is very important. Always maintain. If you have the setup, always maintain that. I mean, if you don't maintain control of this diagonal, well, then you have to feel sorry for black's king here. Okay, so he's just about holding in, but it's not going to last long. I was thinking, well, ouch. H-file, threatening to open the H-file. Can't allow the H-file to open, but yeah, I mean, he's saying you're not getting mated. In the meantime, I'm going to mate you down the H-file, and blitzbullet resigns. So we're down to the last 4 games. So we're going to see if Penguin can reach 20 points. Okay, so white wants a queen trade. Interesting. Oof. So he could get a queen, but what's the use is the question. Okay, so d8 is the big problem. Oh, he just simply blocks. Okay. So black is saying that, no problem, I'm safe. Black does have a lot of material. So the question is, knight takes queen. And I was thinking of this, is it anything? Don't think it's anything. I think you can just defend. Okay, so now things are going to start hurting. For white here, ooh, now that's creative. So he draws the king up just to allow the bishop and queen to come on. Oh, and he's controlling all these dark squares. He wasn't controlling this one because the knight was defending, but he just needs a knight to mate. Oh, he has a knight. Okay, so simple back rank. So 18.5 to 8.5. There's 3 games to go. Oof, this is painful. How to defend? Defends the knight. Bishop could just pick off the knight. But something else happens. And black somehow got an attack going. So chases away the knight, because you don't want a knight in your half of the board, that's nasty. And well, he has got an attack going. So black keeping on maintaining. I mean, this is no, there's no check though. So the bishop is covering this one, the knight's covering this one. So white king is so open, I'm slightly concerned. Oh, okay, so he's using the rook to defend. He needs to get some lateral defense quickly, is the issue. Yeah, he wants to bring the queen out with some kind of attack. What's the follow-up? Okay, well, black only has pawns. Oof. Trying to work out. So material, it's good. It's not much material on the board, but that's trouble. Two diagonals. Oh, the queen is defending. Ah, it's down to 10 seconds. He has to defend himself against the g2 mate. Ah, down to less than 5 seconds. And it's just playing confusing moves, and this is just throws in a check. And wow, that was that was confusing. Yeah. So Penguin takes that game with the flag. Yeah, I have to admit I was quite confused at the end what was going to happen there. So I have lots of strong people actually on Discord voice chat with me, but they're all mute right now. Guys, join in. At least for the last couple of games, just join in. And how many games are there left? We're up to the last 2 games, I think. Yeah, I was hoping more people would join in, but it is quite late for Europe. Is the issue. Oh, he just wants a pawn in his checkmate, but he doesn't have the pawn, so it's knight takes pawn. Because even pawn takes knight doesn't work. It's painful for black, unless you can get a counter attack going. Okay, just clears away this square. Okay, is there anything? He could have. Yeah, this square was well defended because queen was covering. So he goes instead for this. What's the idea? Wow. That was neat from blitzbullet. That was really neat. Provide a second knight covering that pawn to free up this knight to get in and provide the mate. That was really neat. Because the problem is, in the original position earlier, if you did this, it was king takes pawn. So that was the point of this second knight. Very nice. So it's only one game left. 19.5 to 9.5. To Penguin. One game left. One game left. Who's gone? Looks like blitzbullet's left Lichess. It's rather strange. And Kata says, "This is my style. Win quit." That is a very beautiful mate. I can understand him wanting to end on that. Jason says, "I'd have rage quit 5 games ago." Yeah, but you're not allowed to rage quit because that's giving a free point to your opponents. Okay, but while we're just waiting, I just want to just try and see. Yes, Nightbot is working. So on Twitch, that is the link to the house Discord. So everyone should join the house Discord. That's where you'll hear all the chat about what's happening in Crazyhouse and what's happening in other variants on Lichess. The other thing you really want to check out is, do subscribe to my YouTube. Only the best stuff gets uploaded to YouTube. Of course, sometimes I do stuff on Twitch, like messing about, and sometimes it gets uploaded to YouTube. But I try to keep the stuff on YouTube like quality content, so I don't bore people too much. So like I might do a stream. If I'm playing myself, I know people don't necessarily want to watch me playing for an hour or two, so I just will take a little clip from it and put that up on YouTube. If it's stuff like this, though, I'll put the whole thing on YouTube because I'd feel this is like of historical interest. Penguin says maybe he's just bad at maths. So the other thing is the Crazyhouse World Championship. So CWC10. Trying to work out what is the command. Okay, so what is Crazyhouse? What you've been watching all this time is Crazyhouse. That is a link to my blog, introducing you to what is Crazyhouse. I should have dropped that a little bit earlier. And that's a link to just how to get better at Crazyhouse on my blog. So zhchess.blogspot it's a blogspot and the name is zhchess. And I also have a little emote, just zhchess.blogspot emote, which I sometimes spam, but I'm not sure if people can read it. But that just says zhchess.blogspot.com. So yeah, do check it out. Lots of puzzles on that site. Okay, check out the YouTube for all the past commentary videos of these matches. Check out the blog for like recap posts of what's happened so far. There's been no recap of the candidates so far, but there'll be like a recap of the qualification to the candidates. There'll be a recap of past Crazyhouse World Championship matches and so on. There was something else I wanted. Yes, I'm trying to get the standings. There we go. Current standings of the 2019 candidates round robin. That's what I wanted. And that's loaded up. So not sure how much of that you can see, but the long and the short of it is that, remember, it's only game points that matter. So Oppa and Jan are on 145 and 125 game points respectively, but Jan has one match to play. So if, for example, Jan won 2010 or more, then he would equal or overtake Oppa. Not that it matters, because they're first and second in the candidates will play against each other. So really it's a fight for the remaining positions. of which, so Chicken looks like he's set out his stake for third. He's completed all his matches and scored 116.5 points. So that's pretty good. Master Tan is currently in fourth with 96 points, also having completed all his matches. But now Penguin's got 2 matches to go, so 67.5. Now with this also under his belt, he'll be on 88 with 1 match to go. So that sounds like it's going to be really hard, if not impossible, to catch Chicken. He'd need like a 30-0 performance in his final game. Final game being against Little Plotkin. So it looks like Chicken has guaranteed himself 3rd place. But he'd have a very good chance. I'd say he's the favourite then to overtake Master Tan and get at least 4th. So who else is there? There's blitzbullet himself, who is now on 52 points, let's say. Not sure about the final game of that match, but let's say 52 points. That's not going to be enough to catch. So it looks like with that game, it looks like Penguin might have got himself 4th place behind Chicken. So that this match has mattered in that sense. Now, if I'm logged in, I could even start inserting scores. I think we can assume it's 20.5, 9.5. But it's slightly strange that the final game wasn't played. And they use commas. I'm trying to edit part of the sheet that shouldn't be changed accidentally. That's true. I don't know how they do that, by the way. Say, hey, we've got to be careful here. Yes. And this is some advanced Excel coding by Legion Destroyer and by the finisher. So that's what it looks like. 9.5, 20.5. So that will now update, and so we confirm Penguin jumps up into 4th place, overtaking Master Tan with that result. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, there was some Sugi99 on Lichess. So about Sugi99, by the way, so the top 2 players, Oppa and Janli, will play a 100-game match, and the winner of that match will actually face 12-teen, just in a separate little Crazyhouse battle, and there's something like $200 for the winner of the Crazyhouse World Championship against 12-teen, who is now Jasugi99. Waves at Clara Cottontail in Twitch chat. You've caught us right at the end of this Crazyhouse candidate stream. I think everyone's left us now in terms of the commentary. We had lots of people in on the chat listening in. So, you're watching on Lichess. Yeah, that's cool. Well, it was a nice mate from blitzbullet to finish. I think he wanted to end on a win. It was a nice win, and it looks like he's forfeited the last game. That's I didn't realize I was commentating. Yep, that's cool. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed that. At some point, we will hopefully be back for some recap videos of what's happened in the Crazyhouse World Championship, and also what's happened in the 5th season of the Crazyhouse League, which has just come to an end. And the other project we're doing is looking at puzzles on chessvariants.training, looking at Crazyhouse puzzles and tagging them according to theme. So that's the other thing we were quite interested in doing, to try and then produce content by theme, from which we can then produce like educational content on various Crazyhouse themes. So for example, the back rank mate. would be one theme, and it would be like a little chapter, and then we just turn that into a video and a blog. I mean, that's the dream, but I don't know if time. I wanted to do that already at the beginning of the year, but so I don't know if time will get in the way. But that is the hope anyway. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. I think I'll end this stream. I might start again later, but we'll see with some puzzles. Okay, thanks everyone for watching.